Hello and welcome to the Millennium Stadium in Featherstone, where we're here for this Betfred Championship Round 21 clash between Featherstone Rovers and Toulouse Olympique. Featherstone come into the game in 6th place on the table and looking to get a win today to take them level on points on 4th place Bradford, if only for 24 hours. Looking to make it 4 wins on the trot thanks to wins over Batley, Widnes and most recently the 1-point victory last time at Ordsall against the Bradford Bulls. Toulouse come into the game second on the table, but with differing recent form, having suffered back-to-back defeats at the hands of Doncaster and York at home last week. And they'll be looking to try and get back to winning ways and keep up the pace with the top 2 of the Betfred Championship. We're a few minutes away from kick-off here in Featherstone. The team news is in. We'll start with the visitors, who make 4 changes, to the side that lost to York last time out, with Ryan Rivett, Dom Peru, Guy Armitage and Pierre-Jean Lima all dropping out of the side. But Coach Sylvain Hules is able to recall Ollie Ashalbot, Dimitri Biscaro, Elwar Pellissier and Greg Richards into his side. So Toulouse line up like this. Ollie Ashalbot is the fullback. The 3-quarter line of Paul Ulberg, Ruben Rennie, Mathieu Jussom and Paul Marcon. In the halves for Toulouse, Jake Shorrocks and Robin Brocon. Up front for the visitors, Lambert Belmas, Callum Guyan and Dimitri Biscaro, with Maxine Stefani, Harrison Hansen and Anthony Marion rounding off the starting side. On the bench for the French side, Sitaleki Akawala, Elwar Pellissier, Greg Richards and James Romanos. Well, Featherstone, James Ford able to keep largely a similar side for the first time in what seems like a number of weeks, with only Jack Bussey missing out through suspension and Sammy Kabula dropping out of the side that triumphed over Bradford last time out. But James Ford able to recall Deck Patton after a lengthy suspension, who starts in the halves, and Harry Bowes also coming onto the bench after missing the last game through suspension. So Featherstone line up like this. Greg Eden is the fullback. 3-quarter line of Connor Wynn, Josh Hardcastle, Greg Miniken, Gareth Gale. Ben Reynolds partners Deck Patton in the halves. Up front for Rovers, James Lockwood, Connor Jones, Ben Nakabawai, with Brad Day, Jimmy Beckett and Danny Addy at loose forward, who captains the side this evening. On the bench for the hosts, Gadwin Springer, Harry Bowes, Wellington Albert and Jack Arnold. Sammy Kabula is Featherstone's 18th man. So despite some stormy weather and some tumultuous weather in recent days, it's a largely sunny, clear day here in Featherstone. Should have the stage set for some wide open rugby league. And Featherstone looking to make it 4 wins in a row. As I mentioned, you'll have all of the action here live on FRTV. Uninterrupted commentary of this clash against Toulouse, who, despite not being in the best form in recent weeks, are a formidable side and currently sit, as I mentioned, second in the table. And they're looking to put those disappointing last couple of defeats behind them and get back to winning ways. Plenty of talent and quality all over the park, of course. Featherstone will certainly have their work cut out, but some belief starting to build in the Featherstone ranks in the last few weeks. Defensively being extremely solid and being able to come out the right side of some tight games, and James Ford will be looking for that same resilience again from minute 1 to 80 from his side to get over the top of Toulouse. Incidentally, the last time these two sides met, back in June, Toulouse triumphed in France 20-0 over Featherstone. So Toulouse looking to make it 2 from 2 over Featherstone. Featherstone looking to avoid a double of defeats in the regular season. The man in the middle for this clash, the referee, is James Vella. The stage is set for a great game of rugby league. Featherstone obviously playing in the unusual Saturday evening slot this afternoon, but quite a few fans have come to the Millennium Stadium. There'll be a decent crowd in to cheer on their side. And as I mentioned, it's a critical game. All of these games are important at this stage of the season, and Featherstone finding some form at the right end of the season. A win tonight takes them level on points with Bradford on 24 points, who are currently sitting 4th. Of course, Bradford to play tomorrow along with the majority of the championship sides. But a win today would put Featherstone right in and amongst it with the very top sides in this competition after some inconsistencies throughout the early parts of the season. Certainly on a good run of form at the moment as the two sides come out onto the field, led out by Danny Addy and Harrison Hansen. Harrison Hansen remarkably still playing at this level, 38 years old, will turn 39 in October, and by far and away the most experienced man to take part in this game this afternoon. Featherstone wearing, of course, their traditional white and navy strip. Toulouse in what I believe is their home, largely navy and light blue strip. And we're just moments away from getting underway here at the Millennium Stadium. What an exciting, pulsating clash this serves to be. So the players are ready, we're ready to get this game underway. It's Betfred Championship round 21. Featherstone Rovers versus Toulouse Olympique. Can Featherstone make it 4 wins on the bounce? Subject Toulouse to their 3rd straight defeat and close the gap between them and the top 4 sides in the championship in the process. We will certainly hope so. The next 80 minutes will tell us whether they can. For Featherstone, will be attacking from right to left as we see it, travelling uphill in the first half. They will have first use of the ball. The ball is on the tee, and Oli Ashalbot is the man that will get the game underway. The referee blows his whistle, time is on, and the game is underway. Gareth Gale, underneath that one on his try line, just hands it straight off to James Lockwood. What a difference he's made in the last few weeks since coming out of retirement to help and aid the cause of his side. With a number of injuries missing through the middle unit, he's been excellent alongside Jimmy Beckett as they spread the ball wide here early into the hands of Eden. In and away, flick pass over the top, and it's knocked on there. And just getting the execution slightly wrong in their opening set here. You could see what they were trying to do. Not uncommon for Featherstone to spread the ball early just to try and catch the edge defenders off, and they just about did so, but the flick pass out the back from Eden went through the hands of Minikin into the arms of Connor Wynne. He was away down that left touchline, but the referee very quickly ruling that there was an error there from Minikin, and the result of that will be a turnover and a scrum feed for Toulouse, 30 metres away from the Featherstone line in just the first 60 seconds of this game. So early defensive test for Featherstone here as the scrum feed is won. And it's into the arms of Brockon, who's operating in the halves after playing full-back last week against York. He plays it 10 out. Marion hands it on to Belmas, who bumps away. Big don't argue there on Josh Hardcastle, and he's wrapped up by Nakabawai 10 metres out. There comes centre field. Marion, flat pass there for Biscaro, who goes down a metre short just to the right-hand side of the post. A good tackle over the top from Addy to halt his progress. Ball comes out again through the sets of hands. It goes to untidy pass, cut off there on the edge by Ulberg, who skips across field, beats the first man, looking to find some space in the middle, eventually put to ground by Lockwood with help from Dane. Toulouse just losing a little bit of ground there. They're 10 metres out. Shorrocks, flat pass there for Hansen, who loses it in the tackle of Reynolds, who gets up and celebrates with his teammates. Great defensive resolve early from Featherstone. They force the error, and that will be a turnover. And Featherstone will have a chance to clear their line. We've had 2 minutes gone here. Featherstone 0, Toulouse 0. And although James Ford will have been frustrated with the way that they turned over that early possession, he'll have been extremely pleased with the answer that they provided in defence, as the defence has been largely excellent in the last month of rugby or so. And good early signs there from Fev. The scrum feed is won 10 metres out. Hardcastle now, no nonsense carry. He's picked up and driven back a couple of metres there. Plays it 10 out. Gale bumps away from the first man. They're just all over the top of him. Slow play the ball. Minikin now. Just keeps those legs pumping. Goes down 5 short of the 30. Middle of the tackle count. Lockwood. It's put to ground there by Garn. Comes out to Addy. Addy skips through the line, gets it to Nakabawa. He's into the backfield here. Nakabawa's got support on the inside. He didn't see the support play, which was Connor Jones just in time. He goes to ground 40 out. Last tackle, Reynolds kicks it, dinks it over the top. It's not a bad one. In behind Marcon, and Marcon has to take it dead, and that'll be a goal line dropout. Fantastic response off the back of an early defensive set from Featherstone. The half break there from Addy, found the offload for Nakabawa into the backfield. If it had just popped the pass off, he had Connor Jones on his right shoulder. It didn't see him till right at the last minute. But there's no panic there as Reynolds the accuracy with the boot, just chipped it in behind Paul Marcon, and the chase was a good one from Connor Wynn, and that manufactures another set of 6 for Featherstone. It's a bit of a slow restart here as Anthony Marion slow to get back on side, seems to be limping with a little bit of a issue there as Ashal Botts found 60 odd metres on the fly with that drop out. A hell of a boot from him, but Nakabawai has the first carry of this set and he'll be met by the Toulouse defence 8 metres into Toulouse territory. First tackle. Addy, they orchestrated that earlier break, hands it off this time for Lockwood. Lockwood goes down, 30 out. First receiver is Patton. Double pumps, gives it to Reynolds. Out it comes now to Eden. A little bit of space for Eden. Eden almost into the backfield. Good tackle on him by Brockon. 15 metres out now. Nakabawai with a settling carry. Featherstone are going to pull the trigger on something here, you'd imagine, on the open side. Jones, out the back it comes to Patton. Patton flat pass there for Addy. Addy's going to go close to scoring. He's dragged to ground, half a metre short. What a tackle that was from Harrison Hansen. Flat pass there for Brad Day, who just couldn't take it in. And a little bit of an underwhelming end to the set there for Featherstone. He just tried to play it too quickly. The flat pass there today, who had a couple of Toulouse defenders on him, couldn't take the pass, and both sides now guilty of squandering a chance near their opponent's try line. We've had 6 minutes gone here at the Millennium Stadium. It remains Featherstone 0, Toulouse 0. Featherstone trying to ramp up the tempo defensively here and forcing errors. Marcon is put down 10 away from his own line. Ruben Rennie bumps away from one, signed a new deal for Toulouse during the week. Plays it 20 out. Belmas comes forward, put down in the tackle of Day. Toulouse on their own 30, middle of the tackle count. Shorrocks shapes inside, drops off now for Hansen, who hits the ball at pace, but he's met in a solid tackle there by Addy. Helped out by Day, who just put the big back rower on his back, 5 short of the halfway line. Garn gives it out now to Shorrocks. Shorrocks flat pass there. Biscaro to a bit of a half gap. But he's eventually held in the tackle and plays it 10 metres into Featherstone territory on the last tackle. The kick is charged down now. Will Beckett get the bounce? It bounces over the top of him and into the hands. A really kind bounce into the arms of Maxine Stefani. And fortuitously, Toulouse get themselves another set of 6 starting on the halfway line. The charge down on the kick was from Beckett, but it bounced over him and Brad Day's head. A really unkind bounce for Featherstone. And a real bonus set, if you like, for Toulouse, who come forward again now through Hansen, put to ground. Great tackle down low there by Reynolds. Just the second tackle for the French outfit. Comes out wide to Ashal Bott, dangerous man. Well held and well read on the inside from Deck Patton, operating on that right edge for Featherstone. 20 metres away from the line now, Toulouse. Comes through the hands to Marion. Marion out the back to Shorrocks. To Jossom, who's put down on the ground by his opposite number, Minican. Last tackle, 20 metres out. Shorrocks with a little bit of a hurried kick. Looking to put Gale under pressure. Gale takes it well, juggled it, but kept hold of it really well there. Gaz Gale plays it 5 out. End-to-end start here at the Millennium Stadium. Still no score in this one. Listening live on FRTV, Featherstone trying to clear their lines here. Toulouse trying to repel them, keep them down their end. Gale, second touch in this set. Takes a couple of defenders forward up to the 20-metre line, and this will be the third tackle for Rovers. Wynn skips, stutters into the line, takes a couple of defenders further forward. Good relieving run there from the Featherstone winger, and he leaves men on the ground. What a play that was, a relieving run as Patton puts boot to ball early. Ashal Bott out of position, he's got plenty on that, and he could have held this up. Is it going to stay? And it just trickles over the dead ball line. Really unfortunate last bounce there on the kick. I was about to say weighted it perfectly. And as it is, it'll be a 7-tackle set and a 20-metre restart for Toulouse here. And already some tired-looking bodies in the Toulouse lineup. Some couple of players really slow to get back behind the 20-metre line there as Paul Ulberg takes the tackle 20 metres from his line. Good solid shot there from Reynolds on Marcon, putting himself about defensively. The Featherstone 6 as Ashal Bott looks to attack the defensive line, and good tackle down low from Reynolds, but he gets a quick play of the ball. Gahan now over the halfway line. Plays it 40 out. Marion Gives the ball out now. That's a great tackle in off the edge. In fact, he's given away a penalty there for the tackle on Brockon, Josh Hardcastle. He read the play well, came flying up to close down the danger, but just catching the Featherstone playmaker high, according to referee James Vella. So this will be the first penalty of the game, and Toulouse will have the opportunity with that kick to touch on the far edge to start their set 10 metres away from the Featherstone line. Big defensive set coming up for the hosts here. Still Featherstone 0, Toulouse 0. Stefani takes the first carry here. Going to go close to the line here, but he's dragged back at the end with Beckett and Lockwood. It's calls for a knock on there, but wave play on as Marion gets the ball out wide and gives it to Belmas. Manufactures a pass back out to Marion. Quick hands here to Hansen. Jussom comes back, weaving through the middle of the field. Jones sticks to him well with help from Nakabawai to close down that danger. Toulouse riding their luck a little bit. The Featherstone fans behind the post thought there was an error on that previous play. Toulouse, they come forward again. Flat pass there, and the pass is waved forward. As Dimitri Biscaro took the flat pass from Marion, he was through the line, but the referee very quick to pull up that pass was more than flat, it was forward. And a let off there for Featherstone, as they will receive the ball here 10 metres away from their own line. So Toulouse firing the first real attacking shot there. Marion, a really good ball player at 13, wore a heavy shot for his troubles there. Short ball on the edge to Biscaro, but there's no doubt at all that it was forward. And immediately pulled back by the referee. So neither side, so far, both sides having attacking raids, attacking opportunities, but neither side able to execute correctly at the moment. As Eden takes the first ball off the scrum win, he's bundled back in a three-man Toulouse tackle. Will play at 15 out from his own line. Miniken, no-nonsense carry, runs straight at Marion, who had some help from Belmas. Featherstone still inside their own 20s. They come out of it now through Hardcastle. What a carry that is, up and over the top. Nearly went over the top of Garn there. Lockwood, this is good stuff from Featherstone. Just no-nonsense carry straight through the middle of the ruck, and they're already 5 short of the halfway line. And a really untidy play of the ball. Hansen messing around in the ruck. Reynolds digs into the line, gives it out to Eden. Jussom with a good shot on him underneath the ball to close down that raid. This will be the last one. We're on the halfway line. Reynolds puts it high, didn't get as much distance on that one as he would have liked. What's going to happen here? The ball bounces on its belly, bumps into the arms of Gareth Gale, who finds a second kick through the middle of the field. Hardcastle's after this, he's one-on-one with Ashel Bott, who picks it up, fires the pass over to his wing partner, Marcon, trying to go around Miniken. That's a fantastic defensive effort from Greg Miniken. The kick chase made that play for Featherstone. It was a hurried, manufactured last tackle play, but now with Jussom put on the ground 5 metres out, Featherstone have the opportunity to put Toulouse under some real defensive pressure here, as Marcon takes the second carry for himself in this set, cut down by Reynolds. Ashel Bott, very much an all-back set for Toulouse. Their forwards already needing a break. 13 minutes gone here, still 0-0. Toulouse looking to clear their line as Marion fires the pass out to Rennie. Rennie bumping in traffic, bumped away from a couple of defenders, almost got through. Plays the ball quickly on the last. Marion comes out to Ulberg, who dunks the ball down the line, and it's picked up by Greg Eden. And Eden tackled on his 30. Hardcastle, always a willing runner. He's held in the tackle there of Stefani. The minimal gain forward. Win shape to pass it out wide, keeps hold of it himself, just bought him another couple of metres after contact. And he'll play it on the 40, Featherstone side of halfway. Still tackles in the bag for Rovers. Nakabawai spins, tries to find an offload, keeps hold of it himself and takes defenders over to the halfway line. Good start from Nakabawai so far. Patton just drills a low trajectory kick down the line behind Ashel Bott again, and once again the radar not quite accurate, but it does pick it up, and that's a great piece of play from Gaz Gale, who hasn't quite managed to put Ollie Ashel Bott out of play. How did he stay in field there? The Toulouse fullback, as Ulberg gets away from Miniken, but can't get away from the second effort in defence from Addy and Lockwood. Fantastic intensity in Featherstone's defence at the moment, putting Toulouse under pressure as Marcon goes down inside his own 10, tackle 3. Quick play the ball, they're trying to get it wide here. Jussom tries to get on the outside of it Minican gets around him once but can't get away the second time. Brad Day eventually puts him to ground on the 20. 2 tackles remaining, and now Featherstone are penalised for offside. Can you believe that? 4 tackles gone. Toulouse are inside their 20, and then Featherstone with a cardinal sin inside the 10. And that's just such a simple let-off for Toulouse, who were going nowhere in that set. As Eden goes very close to keeping the ball in play, but it was a hell of a kick that came in from Shorrocks, and now Toulouse all the way down to the Featherstone 20 on just the first tackle now. Hansen with the first carry, and now Featherstone look up, and they're suddenly defending their own try line. Marion fires the pass inside for Belmas, cries for a forward pass again, not given this time by the referee. Belmas is put to ground by a trio of Featherstone jerseys. Just to the left-hand side of the post. Which way will they go, Toulouse? Gahan fires it out to Shorrocks, who gives it on to Hansen, put to ground again. In a good tackle from Lockwood, putting himself about in the middle of the field. Centre field now they come through. Shorrocks, Belmas again. Second touch in this set, cut down. Good low tackle there by Lockwood. Couple of tackles still to come for Toulouse. Marion, flat pass there again to Stefani, who ran into traffic. Good tackling coming in there from Patton. And Brad Day helping out once again. This will be the last one for Toulouse. Ball comes out to Brocon. Brocon fires the kick into the in-goal area. It's knocked on by Harrison Hansen. It ruled it was Greg Eden who got a hand to it, trying to collect it on the way through. Didn't get a clean cut on it, but it gone backwards. And Harrison Hansen, in his attempt to ground it, knocked it on over the dead ball line. So 7 tackle set, starting with the play by Gaz Gale on his 30. Beckett now, this will be tackle 1. 35 metres away from the line. What an end-to-end clash this has been so far. With barely 15 minutes gone at the Millennium Stadium, it remains Featherstone 0, Toulouse 0, as Hardcastle is brought down 5 short of halfway. Lockwood runs into the teeth of the Toulouse defence and up and over that halfway line now. Featherstone into Toulouse territory. Jones skips out of dummy half, tries to catch the markers out, and he pinches a 6 again for his side. Jussom not getting back square at marker. This is the opportunity now that Featherstone were looking for. Can they convert? Nakabawai, this is just the first tackle now. 30 metres away from the line as the referee screams to get Toulouse back onside. Flat pass there for Lockwood into the backfield, and just gets up and goes again. Fires the pass out to Day. Day now, just going to straighten things up. Weaving back through the middle of the field. And he advances the ball right up to the 10-metre line now. He'll play it just to the left-hand side of the post. Jones at acting half. Pass comes out to Addy. Addy skips across field, gives it to Reynolds. They're going wide here for Hardcastle. Beats the first man. Can he get the ball out wide to the winger? Gale has it. Can he stay in field? He's put a foot on the touchline, Gaz Gale. And all of the attack there comes to nothing as Toulouse regroup just in time on that edge to put Gale over the sideline. Just about run out of room. Hardcastle had got the ball. He beat the first defender. But there were Toulouse jerseys everywhere to come across to cover the space, and he perhaps gave the ball just a fraction too late to his winger. But you have to applaud Toulouse's scramble in defence there. What was a gap closed very quickly. And they ended up bundling the big winger over the sideline, and they'll have a play the ball 10 metres out. Rennie runs straight at Patton, takes him another couple of metres forward up to the 20 on the first tackle. Gahan fires it out to Marcon. Marcon put to ground, 25 away from his line. Slow play the ball in the tackle of Lockwood, who does well to get back onside. Gahan trying to go forward, almost gets through the line there. Gahan plays it on his own 40. Pass comes out to Shorrocks. Shorrocks comes off his left foot, looking for some tired defenders, but only finds Nakabawai and Day to put him straight to ground on the halfway line. Middle of the tackle count for Toulouse. Marion into the line, flat pass there once again for Biscaro. He cries for forward every time Marion gets the ball. He plays it very, very flat, very close to the line. And he receives the ball again, gives it to Shorrocks. Shorrocks hoists it high now, trying to put a bit of a pressure on Wynn, who takes it cleanly. No Toulouse defenders in the immediate vicinity, and he's eventually wrapped up there 20 metres away from his line. Who's going to break first in this Betfred Championship clash? Featherstone 0, Toulouse 0. The referee just stops play a second there for players to untangle themselves. As Wynne and Marion are just told to set their differences aside and get on with the game. The referee, once again, warning Toulouse about encroaching on the 10. As Minikin now wrestling for every metre, but Marion's got hold of him and prevents him from going forward. As Springer now off the bench, but this will be an offside penalty against Toulouse, and you have to think they've been trying their luck over the last few sets, and this time the referee, James Vella, has had enough. He warned them on the previous play, this time again, too fast inside the 10, and Featherstone get their first penalty of the game. As just mentioned there, Gadwin Springer, first man into the action off the bench for Featherstone. He replaces James Lockwood in the middle. And Deck Patton finds touch on this near touchline side. Featherstone will start their set on the halfway line. Reynolds just dumps the ball off to Addy. Just the ball carrier on this occasion. Plays it 5 metres into Toulouse's half. Patton. Nakabawai now. Up to the 40. Been impressive so far in the opening 20 minutes of this one, Ben Nakabawai. Reynolds. Out it comes to Patton. Patton double pumps, gives it to Eden. A little bit of space now for Eden. Eden weaving in traffic, cuts in field. Greg Eden, can he beat Oshelbot? He can't, who comes again and rips the ball free from him, and it's deemed to have done so illegally, Ollie Oshelbot. Now then, is that a sin-binnable offence? He was the last man. The referee ruling there that a penalty will be sufficient. As Greg Eden had just weaved through, clean through the Toulouse line. Oshelbot had been wrong-footed in the first place. Credit to him, managed to get back and pull down his opposite number, but he got up at the second effort in the tackle to rip the ball free. There's potentially grounds there for a professional foul, not allowing Eden to get up and play the ball quickly, but as it is, it's just a... It's not even given a penalty, I don't think. It's a scrum in the end. There's a one-on-one steal. Thought the referee had originally ruled a penalty anyway. Featherstone with the scrum feed now. Fresh out of 6. Patton. Flat pass there for Hardcastle. Good tackle. In fairness from Ruben Rennie down low on him. Otherwise Hardcastle was in. Flat pass there for Springer. Springer bullocking run in traffic. Keeps hold of it himself. He'll go down just to the right-hand side of the post. Jones, out it comes to Patton. Patton to Reynolds. They need to get the ball out quickly. Eden, double pumps, gives the ball out to Minikin. Out it comes to Connor Wynne, who scores the first try of the game in the left corner. Slick handling from Featherstone Rovers. I said it needed to come out wide quickly, and that's exactly what they did. The ball came out to Patton, who started it, fired the pass out to Eden, who went into the backfield, double pumped it to Minikin, created the space, the 2-on-1, and Minikin, with all the experience, summed it up perfectly. Provided the last pass for Connor Wynne to go in untouched on the left corner. And with 22 minutes of the game gone, Featherstone have the breakthrough in this game. It's Featherstone Rovers 4, Toulouse Olympique 0. And Featherstone able to make the field position and the chance count. This time, both sides been guilty of not quite getting things right with ball in hand at both ends of the field. But this time, off the back of a penalty, they've been inside the 10. Featherstone worked their way downfield. They fired a shot on the right edge, and a lovely shift play there. Perfect execution from the halfbacks. Greg Eden supplying the space for Minikin to put Connor Wynne over in the left corner. And Featherstone have the lead here. Ben Reynolds now with the conversion attempt, about 2 metres in from the left touchline to make this a 6-point advantage. Been kicking well since returning to the club, Ben Reynolds. Steps up now to add the extra 2. And he's guided it between the posts. Featherstone Rovers 6, Toulouse Olympique 0. 23 minutes of the game gone. So Featherstone have the lead here. As Addy just having a word with the referee. In fact, the referee having a word with both captains. Not sure what that's about, but just holding up the restart of this game. A little bit of a warning to both sides, perhaps, for something. As we're back and ready to get this game back underway. Ashalbot puts boot to ball once again. And this will be pouched safely on the try line by Gale, who hands it off to Nakabawa, who has a little bit of room to wind up into the waiting pack of the Toulouse defence. Gale, straight up carry, rides that first challenge, as he always does, up and over the 20-metre line. He'll play it centre field, slow play the ball for Gale there. Springer trying to go over the top of Hansen, who did just enough with help from Marion to put him to ground on the 30. Addy. Just a straight up ball carry again from the Featherstone skipper. Patton's going to kick early here. Got a big boot on him, Patton. It's in behind Ulberg. Is he going to be able to pull this one up in the in-goal area? It's gone just a metre too far once again from Deck Patton. And another 20-metre restart and a 7-tackle set coming as Ulberg's meant to go back. Well, Featherstone, Toulouse players, I beg your pardon, that work back on side. And Ulberg taps to the second attempt. And is put to ground. Eventually, he's still going on his feet, actually. Ulberg plays the ball quickly now for Rennie through the middle of the field. Put to ground and a good tackle by Nakabawa. 5 shot of the halfway line. That came off Garn's feet, according to the referee. Ball comes out to Shorrocks, over the top now to Marcon. Marcon has a man on his outside. Great tackle from Reynolds, who just puts him to ground. Jussoma acting half to Shorrocks, onto Belmas. Belmas finds an offload. Untidy along the deck, eventually picked up there by Brockon, who skips away from one defender and almost got away from a second, eventually upended in the tackle of Connor Wynn. Manages to salvage something for Toulouse there on that set. That was sloppy play. As the James Romanos just shuddering hit there on Brad Day, sent him reeling backwards, plays it quickly. Marion short ball there for Belmas again. He finds the offload, it's into the arms of a Toulouse man who beats his man, and he's lost the ball in the tackle. What a try saver that is from Brad Day. An absolute try saver again. Toulouse a little bit fortunate with the bounce. Marion found an offload out the tackle. He ricocheted off Danny Addy's hands into the arms of Maxime Stefani. He looked for all money like he was going to score, but Brad Day came from nowhere, got enough on the ball to force it loose. And Featherstone now already up to their own 40 on just the second tackle with a 7-tackle set to hand. Score remains Featherstone Rovers 6, Toulouse Olympique 0. And Springer plays it just inside the Toulouse half. Addy drops off Day. Day just keeps going forward here. Industrious and effective in everything he does, Brad Day. Plays it 30 metres out now, centre field. Addy fires the pass out to Patton. Holds on to it, gives it to Hardcastle. Gives it on quickly to Gale this time, who just cuts in field. He's put to ground by Ulberg. 15 out. Ball coming back centre field here. Patton. He's going to kick here for Reynolds. The kick ricochets off the post, but that's a great tackle from Reynolds, who never gave up on it. And he wraps up Jussome in the in-goal area, and another centre 6 coming up for Featherstone here. Featherstone playing the 1%ers in this game very well indeed. The two half-backs combining. It was a good kick from Deck Patton. It glanced off the post away from Reynolds into the arms of Jussome, but Reynolds was alert to it, chopped him down in the in-goal area, and 6 more tackles coming Featherstone's way as Ashalbot, a low trajectory kick, takes one bounce, trapped on the floor there by Patton, who hands it off now to Nakabawa. Nakabawa, just a steady carry. We'll start Featherstone's set 40 metres away from the Toulouse line. Addy had to just slightly reach for that one, just took the impetus out of his stride there, and he'll go down 30 metres away from the line centre field. Jones on to Springer. Springer's cut down in the tackle of Garhan there. Ball comes out to Hardcastle. In fact, it's Jimmy Beckett who took the ball from Reynolds, and he's advanced the ball all the way up to 5 metres from the try line, 10 metres to the right-hand side of the post. Featherstone primed for another attacking raid here. Patton into the line to Reynolds. Reynolds out the back, it comes to Eden. Eden into space, Greg Eden weaving through traffic, and he's lost the ball. A loose carry there from the Featherstone fullback, and a chance goes begging. For the second time, he'd got himself into space. And he just saw a Toulouse hand come in there and just knock the ball loose. The referee rules a knock-on against the Featherstone fullback. And he's just receiving a little bit of attention from the physio there. Taking a little bit of a knock to the head, perhaps. In that play, there were bodies and limbs everywhere trying to stop Eden from going through. That's the second time he's done that, straightened up the attack, cut back against the grain and found some space on the inside. And went very, very close to getting the try. The Toulouse scrambling defence doing just enough to deny him. And Toulouse now with a scrum feed, eventually when the game restarts, 10 metres out from their line. They will feed it, ball comes out, mark on, crabs across field, tries to bump away from Minikin, who comes again, puts him to ground, plays it quickly. Jussom trying to get away from his opposite number, he's lost the ball in the tackle there, Jussom. And that's been given as a knock-on, has it? Or has the referee ruled a knock-on against Featherstone here for a ball steal? What's the referee going to rule here? And the scrum feed is given to Toulouse. He's ruled that Minikin was playing at that ball, and in fact Minikin was the man who knocked it on. A little bit lucky there perhaps from Jussom. Manages to keep possession for his side. The clock in the stadium reads that we're inside the final 10 minutes of this first half. Featherstone with that slender 6-0 advantage thanks to the converted try of Connor Wynn. But Toulouse in possession here. And then penalty goes against Ruben Rennie there. And you do often see that when players pull at players or grab at players who are at marker. He knocked Josh Hardcastle off his feet and is penalised in possession. What a huge play that is. What a huge error that is from the Toulouse centre. And an opportunity here. The ball is on the ground. Danny Addy wasting no time in saying we'll take the 2 points. A very kickable 2 points from almost bang in front, 30 metres out, to go 2 scores clear here approaching half-time. Been a very close physical battle so far. Not a lot between these two sides. Every point you imagine will be vital. As Nakabawa comes from the field to a round of applause from the fans behind us. Been one of Featherstone's best in the middle so far. He's replaced by Wellington Albert. And Reynolds has the ball on the tee here, looking to make it an 8-point advantage. As I say, about 30 metres out, pretty much bang in front of the post here. He steps up. And he makes no mistake in guiding the ball between the posts, which gives Featherstone a 2-score advantage here. They lead Toulouse Olympique by 8-0, with around 8 minutes to go till half-time at the Millennium Stadium. Would you imagine James Ford will be pleased largely with what I've seen from his side so far in this game. Relentless energy and intensity in defence. Half an hour of the game gone, keeping their opponents scoreless. But Toulouse will look to bite back as they kick-off comes from Ashalbot, this time taken by Eden. Handed on to Albert now off the back fence. Straight back into the Toulouse line, who regrouped well to put him back on his back on the 10-metre line. Jones at acting half. On to Gale, who tried to just duck under the tackle there, but could only find Toulouse defenders. Hardcastle, Route 1 carry again. But on his back, 20 metres out, middle of the tackle count for Featherstone. Messing around in the play of the ball again here. As Hardcastle's just ruled to just play that ball again. Untangle himself. Springer, big carry, robust carry. But equal to the challenge was Romanos. As Patton's going to kick early again here, this time hooking it back through the middle of the field and only finds Ashalbot on the full this time. The Toulouse fullback read it well. And he's put to ground on his 40 there. Ulberg skipping across field, bumps away from Reynolds, bumps away from Miniken, but Reynolds comes again with help from Day and then eventually finished off by Springer. And weaved a lot of ground across field, but not much upfield as Rennie, looking to atone for that earlier error, is taking defenders with him over the halfway line. Pass comes out to Shorrocks. Shorrocks out the back to Ashalbot. Ashalbot looking to get into the backfield. Great tackle from Reynolds. Still tackles in the bag for Toulouse as Marion finds Brockon. Brockon looking to go through the line. Great tackle on the inside there from Jimmy Beckett. And in over the top was Patton. Play on the last tackle, 20 metres out, short side raid. Stefani kicks the ball in behind. It's on to Ulberg, who dropped the ball with only Greg Eden to beat 5 metres out. You'd think if he'd taken that, it was a chance of scoring there, Ulberg. It was a nice kick in behind the line from Maxime Stefani. It bounced up perfectly for the Toulouse winger. But you could see what he was trying to do. He was looking up, figuring out how he was going to beat Greg Eden before he'd even caught the ball and left it behind. And a half chance for Toulouse. Gleefully accepted by Featherstone, who have the turnover 10 metres out. Hardcastle now in possession. Listening live on FRTV. Featherstone Rovers 8, Toulouse Olympique 0. Scoreboard says we're 5 minutes to go to the break. Maybe just a few extra minutes added on there. Miniken spins away from one. Put to ground by Jussom. What a battle that's been between the two number 4s. Win. Fends away from Shorrocks. Shorrocks comes again. Still going Connor Wynn up to the halfway line. What a ferocious carry that is. And his 6 again given against Shorrocks for not releasing the man. As Wynn, really robust carry, earning an extra set of 6 for his side. Albert plays it now. Patton. Out it comes to Reynolds. A little bit of space. Eden gives it straight on to Hardcastle. Hardcastle cuts back in field. Bumping away from defenders. Toulouse's defence getting a little bit loose here in the back end stages of this first half. Addy, straight up carry, runs at Marion, who's flat-footed, picks up 10 easy metres. Featherstone now 15 away from the line, leading by 8 points to 0. Reynolds, first receiver, drops the ball. And an unforced error from Reynolds, who's been excellent so far with and without the ball, just taking his eye off it there, lack of concentration. Puts it down and just lets the pressure valve off Toulouse a little bit. They were building nicely, Featherstone there. Featherstone finding space. Toulouse starting to look a little bit ragged defensively. And a simple turnover there. He's not happy with himself, Ben Reynolds. And it's understandable. As Marcon is rushed up to meet him is Miniken. Takes the space away from him. He'll play it 15 out. Jussom across field. Up and over the shoulder there from Springer. Gahan gives it on to Rennie, who finds Ulberg. Ulberg standing in the tackle. Difficult to put on the ground. Eventually he'll play it 30 out. Marion. Dummies, pokes his nose through the line, finds the offload there for Richards, who has the ball knocked down, and it's into the arms of Ashalbot. Now a knock-on given against Greg Richards, who claims he was tackled without the ball there, but I think Brad Day actually timed that challenge perfectly. And Featherstone will have the scrum. 5 metres now into Toulouse's half with a full set of 6. Scoreboard says 2 minutes to go to the break. Featherstone leading by 8 points to 0. Dare say there'll be a few more minutes before the half-time whistle. Featherstone will have full attacking set here in Toulouse's half. Scrum feed 1, Patton first receiver. Gives it straight out to Eden. Eden just operating down both sides of the field, finding space on Toulouse's edges so far in this game. Looking dangerous. Play it 30 out. Addy, first receiver. Drops off Albert. Up to meet him was Marion. Marion puts him to ground 30 metres away from the line. Jones, Addy, out it comes to Reynolds. Reynolds out to Eden. Eden, quick pass on to Miniken. Miniken trying to go around Jussom. And he loses the ball there in the tackle and it goes into touch. And a meek turnover there for Featherstone. What's the referee giving here? As he said that a Toulouse man has played at this ball. It could yet be a Featherstone scrum. We'll wait and see what the referee says. He's got some instructions from his touch judge on this near side. And it's going to be a Featherstone play the ball here. So the error coming from Toulouse. And Featherstone with another chance. Can they get another try before half-time here and really set themselves up going into the break? Toulouse told to get back on side once again. Play the ball now. Albert with the first carry of this set. Robust run through the middle of the Toulouse forwards. Standing in the tackle, finds the offload for Jones. This is what he likes. There's space on the left, comes back right. Cuts back against the grain now through Beckett just to change the directions, trying to move that big pack of Toulouse around. Beckett will play it in the shadow of the uprights. Pass comes out to Patton. Out it comes to Reynolds. Reynolds almost went without it. Did exceptionally well to keep hold of that ball, but in the end just had to submit to the tackle. Skill that was from Reynolds. It's Wellington Albert takes the pass from Patton. Looking to get that arm free for an offload. Richards is wise to the task this time. He'll play it just to the left-hand side of the post. They come out. Now to Patton. Great hands to Eden. Pass comes out to Gale, and the last pass wasn't where it needed to be. Eden with extremely quick hands. It was first from Patton who batted it on, and Eden, he'd summed it up right. He'd picked the right option, but the pass just half a yard too far in front and too low for Gareth Gale, who knocks it on, and a potential try goes begging for Featherstone there in the shadows of half-time. What a chance that was for Featherstone. I certainly hope it's not one that they come to regret. They created the space. And Toulouse, fortunate, perhaps they clear their line now or get a chance to do so. Rennie plays it. Richards takes the pass from Shorrocks. Put on the ground there by Day, 30 metres out from his line. They're in the middle of the field here, Toulouse. They go left through Marion, playing first receiver again. That finds that flat pass for Romanos. Romanos put to ground on the 40. Gahan again. Gives it out to Shorrocks. Shorrocks, no-look pass out to Asholbot. Fires the pass out to Marcon. Marcon's away down this touchline. He's got men in support. He keeps hold of it himself. He beats Greg Eden. He's going to go close to scoring here, Marcon, as he reached the line, Paul Marcon. He's a metre short, half a blade of grass short. In fact, they've got options left if they can get the ball there. Shorrocks fires the pass out. Gahan gives it on. They must score out wide here, and they will through Ruben Rennie. And just before the break, Toulouse, as the siren sounds in the background, the last play of the half. Toulouse have got the try after Featherstone went so close to getting their second at one end of the field. They shoved the ball wide. The pass from Asholbot came out wide to Paul Marcon. Marcon almost scored himself. Managed to beat Eden, but the Featherstone defence regrouped just in time to bring him down. But from there, they never really recovered the Featherstone line. The ball came out through several sets of hands. Brockhorn eventually finding the pass out for Ruben Rennie, who scores on the left edge. And after all that endeavour and effort, Featherstone will see their lead cut just before half-time. It's now Featherstone Rovers 8, Toulouse Olympique 4, with a kick to come for the visitors. And what a crucial try for Toulouse in the context of this game. They looked like they could have been going 12, perhaps 14 points behind. And just the class they showed on this edge to create the space out of nothing in the last set of 6 of the game of the half. And Rennie touching the ball down as the siren sounded on the left edge. Featherstone will be bitterly disappointed with the last minute or so of this first half. Shorrocks with the conversion attempt. It's a difficult one, just in from the left touchline. Steps up to add the extra 2, and the fans will tell you that he's pulled it to the right-hand side of the post. So the half-time score here at the Millennium Stadium remains Featherstone Rovers 8, Toulouse Olympique 4. And it was a pulsating opening half, end-to-end action, with both sets of players giving it their all. Featherstone took the lead after 21 minutes with a Connor Wynn try in the left corner, converted excellently by Ben Reynolds. On the half-hour mark, Ben Reynolds slotted over a penalty to put Featherstone out by a 2-score lead. But as I just mentioned, in the final play of this first half, Toulouse scoring their opening try through Ruben Rennie. The half-time score, Featherstone with that slender 4-point advantage. Will that change the half-time team talk for James Ford? He'll be largely happy with what he's seen from his side, but job far from done. Another 40 minutes to come. We'll take a quick break here at the Millennium Stadium and come back with all the second half action in just a few minutes' time. Hello and welcome back to the Millennium Stadium in Featherstone. We're at half-time here in this Betfred Championship Round 21 clash between Featherstone Rovers and Toulouse Olympique. Featherstone holding a slender 8-4 advantage over French side Toulouse at half-time. And Featherstone, perhaps unfortunate or frustrated not to be 2 scores up at half-time. Toulouse scoring in the last play of the half with that try to Ruben Rennie, which really potentially changed the context of this game. After a solid opening 40 from the hosts, took the lead, as I said, after 21 minutes. Connor Wynn try, converted by Ben Reynolds, who added a penalty for good measure on the half-hour mark. Ruben Rennie getting an unconverted try for Toulouse to cut the gap to just 4 points at the break. We expected nothing less in this clash between two informed sides in the Betfred Championships. Second against sixth. The most recent form, Featherstone, of course, better than Toulouse's. A win today will give them their 4th win on the bounce. Toulouse looking to avoid 3 straight defeats. The game delicately poised at half-time. Both sides are back out onto the Millennium Stadium field here. And Featherstone will be kicking off. They'll be attacking from left to right as we see it in the second half. And I think perhaps a little bit of reshuffling at half-time. We saw Greg Eden just being put through his paces on the touchline with the physio, and I don't think he's come back out for the second half. So Ben Reynolds is operating at fullback. Toulouse with first use of possession. Greg Richards takes the pass from Ashal Bott and will be immediately enveloped by the Featherstone defenders. So interesting to see how James Ford will reshuffle his side here. Looks like Danny Addy has moved back into the halves, as he's often done deputising this season, with Reynolds moving to fullback. Not 100% sure who's come on to replace Greg Eden, but did take a knock in that first half. Finished the half, of course, but I think will be unlikely to play any further part in the second half. As Toulouse come wide now, Ashal Bott onto Rennie. Nakabawai is the man who replaced him, which would make sense with Addy moving into the halves as Toulouse make a mistake there, and an unhappy afternoon so far from Ruben Rennie, who pleads with the touch judge. He's knocked that ball on the halfway line. And it will be a scrum centre field, just Featherstone's side of halfway. So the reshuffle, quite a big one that James Ford and his side are having to make here, losing your fullback with no backs on the bench. They've reshuffled, but nothing that they haven't had to contend with so far this year. Missing players through suspension and injury at various points of the season. Featherstone with the opening chance of this second half. Scrum feed on halfway, taken by Minican. Minican is bundled backwards in a 4-man Featherstone tackle. Toulouse tackle there, I beg your pardon. Slowly to his feet there as Day comes forward. There's a bit of bite early in this defence from Toulouse. Romanos, the man putting Day on the ground. Addy at first receiver this time, dummies and keeps hold of it himself. The right decision. Otherwise he would have been penalised in possession there, you would have thought. He's not happy with the attention that he received there. The ball comes out for Reynolds, who nearly went without the ball again. Fires the pass out for Addy, who gives it to Nakabawai. Nakabawai only knows one way. Straight through the middle again, and an effective run once again from the big front rower. What a signing he's been for Featherstone. On loan till the end of the season. Ball comes out, Reynolds double pumps, gives it to Minican. Minican thought about going round the outside of Jussom, who managed to pull him to ground 20 metres out. Last tackle, Reynolds fires the pass out. It comes to Addy now. Addy's going to hoist it high to the corner here, looking for Gale. Can Gale get underneath it? He can't.
And Ulberg does well to take it under pressure from Gale. And Gale comes again, trying to effect a second tackle as Ashalbot comes wide, beats one man, tries to skip around Springer, who got hold of him and put him to ground 10 metres out. Ulberg, once again, brought down inside his 20. Rennie looks to keep hold of the ball and does so. Good run through the middle, up to the 30. Still a few tackles in the bag here for Toulouse as Romanos is cut down in a good tackle there from Springer. Last one, they're going to kick now through Shorrocks, kicks from his own 40. High kick, plenty on that one, taken on the full there by Connor Wynn. And Wynn looks to return the ball with some interest. He's put to ground there by Brockon with help from Stefani. And he's hurt himself there, Connor Wynn. He's just taken a shot. Not sure what's happened to Connor Wynn here. He's not been able to get up and play the ball. As the physio comes in. His knee or an ankle, some form of lower leg injury. He's got back to his feet now. He looks to be in a lot of discomfort at the moment, Connor Wynn. We've just remarked about the fact that Featherstone lost Eden at half-time. You'd think that they can't afford to lose another outside back here. He's okay to carry on at the moment as Gale plays the ball. Springer finds the offload there for Jones. Jones comes a couple of metres further forward, but he's scragged to the ground there by Gahan. And Romanos. Addy fires it out to Day. Day going sideways to the tackle of Jussom. And he'll play it on halfway. Nakabawai trundling the ball forward into Toulouse territory. This will be the last one. The kick will come from Addy, you'd imagine. No, he fires the pass out for Patton. Patton under pressure, hoists it high. Right through the middle of the field. It's taken by Ulberg, who had a little bit of room to move, and he weaves in traffic and loses his footing on the way through, and that gives enough time for Albert and Springer to close him down as we've had 5 minutes gone in the second half here. No change to the half-time score. It's still Featherstone 8, Toulouse 4 as Ashalbot skips through the middle of the line, cut down in the last-ditch tackle from Reynolds and finished off over the top by Springer. And he's taken a whack for his troubles there, Ashalbot. Toulouse already inside the Featherstone half. Flat pass there from Marion to Romanos. Ashalbot in the arms of the trainer here. Taking a whack in the back there, I think, from Springer. Purely accidental. Richards takes the pass from Marion straight through the middle. This will be the last one for the visitors. They'll kick from 20 metres out here. Brockon puts it high. Tester for Reynolds here. Reynolds takes it with 1 foot over the try line. He knew what he was doing. Gets a 7-tackle set and 20-metre restart for his side and counter-attacks right up and over the 30-metre line on just the first tackle. What a play that is from the standing fullback. Miniken bumps away, fends away from Marion, who comes again, but not before. Miniken's made the best part of 15 metres upfield. Almost to the halfway line now already, Featherstone. Gale up and over that halfway line now. Tackle 3. Stands in the challenge, put to ground. Slow play the ball for Gale. Patton gives it to Albert. Albert looking for the offload, kept hold of it himself. He'll play it 40 out from the Toulouse line. Addy gives it to Nakabawai again. Nakabawai just keeps the legs pumping up and over that 30. Featherstone edging closer here to Toulouse line. Patton. Out it comes to Addy. Addy out the back here for Reynolds. Reynolds into the line. Good tackle down low by Rennie on him to shut the door. This will be the last one. 20 metres out. Short side play here for Gale. Gale just goes down inside the 10. And he's brought to ground and just a cheap turnover there, but got them right in the corner where they want them to lose to come out of trouble here. Featherstone will be looking to attack with their defence. Ulberg coming forward, uncompromising run, but put to ground in the tackle of Beckett. Ashalbot hands it on for Marcom. Ashalbot seems to have shrugged off that earlier knock. Shorrocks gives it to Jussom. Jussom bent back in the tackle from Day there. Toulouse on their own 30. Marion hands it on to Romanos. Romanos leaves Albert on the ground. Quick play of the ball. Gahan picks it up from dummy half, gives it to Richards. Richards spinning in traffic up and over the halfway line. Toulouse just managing to find a little bit of momentum in this set in the final couple of plays. High kick from Shorrocks. Taken by Reynolds. Reynolds just takes the ball straight back into the teeth of the Toulouse line, and he'll play the ball 25 away from his line. We've had 9 minutes of the second half gone. Scoreline remains Featherstone 8, Toulouse 4. No change to the half-time score here. If you're just joining us live on FRTV, Greg Eden unable to come back out for the second half. We'll get the update on what the problem is with the Featherstone fullback after the game, but you'd imagine Featherstone having to play the remainder of this game without their first choice fullback in this one. And Reynolds currently deputising. Danny Addy moving into the halves as Connor Wynn comes forward. He's just still going forward. The number of metres Wynn's able to make in traffic. Impressive. Addy just straightens things up through the middle of the field. Danny Addy, good run from the Featherstone captain. Plays the ball 40 out. Patton going to kick it high again here on the last. This one will be a tester for Ulberg. Ulberg takes it cleanly, gets away from Beckett, fires an untidy pass out to Ashalbot, but Ashalbot into a little bit of space. Ashalbot can't get away from Patton. He's picked up and dumped on the ground there. And he's gone above the horizontal. And a few players coming in, pushing and shoving. And Patton just getting that one slightly wrong. I don't think you can have too many complaints about it. It was above the horizontal. And Ashalbot didn't land that awkwardly, thankfully. But it'll be interesting to see whether Deck Patton faces any further consequences for this tackle. Just back in the side now after, I believe, a 5-game suspension. Certainly no malice in the tackle. Just the momentum, just losing the momentum in that tackle perhaps. And Ashalbot on the counter-attack just upended him. Ashalbot is okay, and Zaddy will have a word with the referee, James Vella. Will there be any further action on this one here? They've been very tight on these type of tackles so far this season. I'd say that one was definitely at the lower end of severity, in my opinion. As the referee calls out the captains again here.
Decision.
Will
Paul Dang knows it to his own hands. Come a bit closer. Boys, keep it clean. Okay, it's on you. Thanks, Danny.
The referee just having a word with the captains over the push and shove, I believe. I think it will just be a penalty here. Deck Patton will stay on the field. And Ollie Ashalbot is okay to carry on as well. So the penalty, Shorrocks finds touch on this near side. They will start their set on the halfway line, Toulouse. Featherstone still leading by 8 points to 4. You're listening live on FRTV. 12 minutes of the second half gone here at the Millennium Stadium. Who's going to crack first in this second half? Rennie taps it, just tucks it under his wing and comes straight back at the Featherstone defence. Patton in there with help from Lockwood, who's back on the field now. Romanos gives it to Akawala. First bit of action for the former Warrington man. Plays it 30 metres out. Romanos fires the ball out to Shorrocks. Shorrocks gives it to Hansen. Hansen knocked off his feet and finished up over the top by Springer. 30 metres away from the line. Polissier's on the field now as well for Sylvain Houlez' side. Trying to find a little bit of spark around the ruck perhaps. As Jussom is tackled 20 metres away from the line. They come back infield. Ashalbot fires it out to Shorrocks. Shorrocks dummies, gives it out the back now. It comes to Stefani. Stefani taking defenders forward with him. Gale manhandles him backwards. And he's put to ground 10 metres out, 5 in from this near touchline. Last tackle for Toulouse. Rennie It's the pass out to Brockon. The pass is intercepted there by Connor Jones. What a play that is. He's put to ground 20 metres out, but read the play brilliantly as Toulouse looked to spread the ball inside the Featherstone 10. And the hooker read it perfectly, picked off the pass. And Featherstone will come away from their line here. Minican plays it for Hardcastle now. Hardcastle spun to the ground there. Over the top was Richards. He'll play it 30 out. Lockwood hands it on to front row partner Nakabawai. Nakabawai knocked off his feet there by Akawala. Lockwood keeps hold this time. Runs at Romanos. Still yet to see Jack Arnold for Featherstone as Patton punches the ball down through the middle of the field. It's cut off on the 30 there by Marcon. Marcon put to ground in a good tackle from Minican once again. Plays it quickly for Shorrocks. Onto Jussome. Jussome straightens the line. What a shot that is over the ball there by Lockwood. No nonsense tackle from the veteran forward. Ulberg beats one. Can't get away from Hardcastle. Beckoning over the top. 5 short of the halfway line to lose. Akawala gets over the halfway line. Plays it quickly. Pellissier, Romanos through the middle of the ruck. And that'll be the last one for Toulouse. Very much same intensity as it was in the first half. Both sides trading sets, looking for someone to blink. Who's going to make the error? The kick comes. Wynn pouches it safely. 10 out from his line. Comes across field looking to straighten. He's put down by Brockon. And he will play it 10 metres away from his line. Still, Featherstone 8, Toulouse 4. 15 minutes of the second half gone. You're listening live on FRTV. Betfred Championship round 21 action. A win for Featherstone puts them level on points with 4th place Bradford Bulls for at least a few hours until Bradford play tomorrow. And a loss, Featherstone are looking over their shoulder at the sides chasing them in 7th and 8th. Patton punches the ball downfield again. The early kick's been a feature of Featherstone's game so far, but this one cut off by Marcon, who fires the ball over the top to Ashal Bott. They're just trying desperately to get their fullback into space, who beats 1-2. Ashal Bott skips away from defenders once again, but he can't get away this time from Connor Jones, who just ran himself in circles there, Ashal Bott, but didn't make a great deal of ground forward. Ulberg standing in the challenge, still going forward. Ulberg goes down 5 short of halfway. Shorrocks onto Marcon ridden to the ground there. In fact, he stayed on his feet. Marcon eventually put on the deck by Springer and Addy. 10 metres into Featherstone territory. Shorrocks, first receiver, gives it on now to Akawala. Akawala just taking that straight up carry through the middle. Taking defenders with him, put to ground by Nakabawai. Slow play of the ball on the big forward. Shorrocks steps off his right foot, finding space here. Shorrocks into the gap, and he's put down by Nakabawai. What a crucial tackle that was. 20 metres away from the line. Pellissier pinballs out of dummy half. Kicks the ball in behind the line. He's looking to find the man, and it's punched dead there. It's kicked dead into the advertising hoardings by Connor Wynn, and it will be a goal line dropout coming to Toulouse here. So Featherstone having their defensive mettle tested. A Springer comes from the field. Jack Arnold injected into the action for the first time this evening. Both sides now using all 4 of their substitutes. In fact, I tell a lie. Harry Bowes still yet to see any action in this game. As Reynolds finds the kick, taken on one bounce by Shorrocks and onto Richards. Richards is met in a good strong shot there by a fresh Jack Arnold, who came up to lead the line to meet him and put him to ground. 40 out. Brockon hands it on to Akawala. Akawala put to ground, 30 metres out. Toulouse just trying to apply the pressure patiently here. Featherstone need to defend well as Jussome into the backfield. Here's Jussome. He's cut down in the tackle by Reynolds. Over the top there was Arnold. Try saver once again. He's inside the 10. Pellissier fires the pass out to Shorrocks. Shorrocks onto Richards. Richards takes them on. Submits to the tackle. 5 out again. Just left of the post this time. Pellissier waits an acting half. gives it to Brockon. Brockon gives it out to Shorrocks. Shorrocks, nothing doing on the left, comes back through the middle to the right. Romanos, cut down in the tackle there by Arnold. This will be the last one. They come swinging around to the right again. Shorrocks kicks the ball back in field. That's pouched brilliantly by Reynolds, who's put to ground by Ashal Bott. But what a play that was from Ben Reynolds. Playing out of position, but hasn't put a foot wrong so far at the back for Featherstone. 18 minutes gone here in the second half. Featherstone still leading Toulouse here by 8 points to 4. Hardly anything to choose between these two sides. Featherstone trying to get the ball away from their own end of the field through Day. Day is put to ground in the tackle of Shorrocks and Hansen. Featherstone still in their own 20. Hardcastle up and over that 30, almost bust through the line there. Josh Hardcastle. He's not allowed to get up and play it quickly. And he just fires the pass straight onto Lockwood. Lockwood standing in traffic. Put to ground on the 40, that'll be the last one. Featherstone manufacture, not a bad set of 6 here in this set. Patton puts the ball along the deck, takes one bounce and goes over the touchline. Fantastic kick from Patton, operating in not a lot of room there. Put it over the head of Ulberg. Got the radar perfect with that one. And a relieving kick. Toulouse will get the scrum. Just to play the ball, in fact, 10 metres away from their own line as we approach the final quarter of this one. Featherstone still leading, 8 points to 4. No points scored so far in the second half. You'd imagine whoever scores the first score in this second half will go a long way to taking control of this game as Toulouse come forward again. Rennie plays it. Ulberg skips out a dummy half, tries to take on Jones. Takes the hooker a good 5 or 6 metres after contact forward with him, but Jones sticks to him well. Pelissier to Shorrocks. Pass out to Ashal Bott onto Jussom. Jussom trying to stand and go around Minikin, and a penalty going against Featherstone here. There's a high shot the referees ruled there on the tackle of Jussom. Featherstone fans on that far side not happy with that decision. And it just serves to put Featherstone under more pressure here. There's the kick to touch. Shorrocks will find it. And Toulouse start the set 40 metres away from the Featherstone line. The first carry of the set, Hansen. Good shot there from Lockwood. 2 of the elder statesmen on the field. Lockwood will be giving Hansen a run for his money in terms of the age of players on this pitch. As it gives away 6 again there for his troubles, and Toulouse, this will just be 0 tackle now for the visitors. Belmas back on the field, plays it 30 out. Brockall skips away through the line, still going. Brockon, and he's put to ground, and that will be a penalty again. And a little bit of afters here as Brockon's on the deck. What the ruling here was for the penalties, another high shot perhaps. As time is off here at the moment. 19 minutes to go to full time as Robin Brockon, who's grown into this game, playing in the halves this afternoon, or this evening, just receiving some attention. He went through the half gap there, brought to ground, but Featherstone deemed to have brought him down illegally. And he's getting treatment on some form of lower leg injury, I believe. Addy protesting with the referee having none of it. And when we eventually do get the game resumed here, it will be a penalty 10 metres out to Toulouse.
What do you want to do, mate?
Brockon looks okay to carry on here. Stefani taps, gets the game back underway. Shorrocks gives it to Belmas. Belmas wrestle to the ground there in a duo of Arnold and Lockwood. Akawala takes the pass. It's put to ground, 5 shot on the line, just to the right hand side of the posts. Pelissier, out to Romanos. Brockon seems to be okay, good on his feet, but he's scragged to the ground there and he's driven all the way back over the 20. What defence this is from Jack Arnold and Connor Jones. They've salvaged a good 15 metres there. And Toulouse just losing their way with the ball. Shorrocks gives it on
to Belmas now. Belmas stands in the tackle. Not really fired a shot in this set of 6 Toulouse. Romanos comes forward. Good shot there from Arnold. Really put himself about in this defensive set, Jack Arnold. 10 metres out, last tackle. Shorrocks juggles it, gives it out. The pass is tipped on there for Marcon. Marcon doesn't have any room. Fires the kick in and it goes straight into the chest of Brad Day. And Featherstone turn Toulouse away once again. It brings a cheer from the crowd at the Millennium Stadium. As Wynn looking to get on the outside. Connor Wynn is away. Connor Wynn down the touchline. It's him versus Ashel Bott. Can he beat him? And he can't as Ashel Bott rounds him up. But not before Wynn's promoted the ball up to the 30. Now then, can they get the ball wide here? It was a really slow play of the ball. Reynolds just takes the tackle himself. 10 metres further forward. They're inside the 20 now. Pass comes to Miniken. Addy out to Patton. You feel like the chance of the space of this side is gone. As Patton is put to ground there by Ruben Rennie, but still tackles in the bag here for Featherstone. This is a chance if they're patient. Gale, no nonsense carry. This will be the last one now. 10 metres out, big play coming up here. Addy has the ball. Wide it comes for Reynolds. They've got them going backwards. Miniken to Win. Can he finish it? Connor Wynn scores the second try for Featherstone. He started the raid with the break, a sublime break down the left touchline. He was rounded up 30 metres out. Featherstone went through the tackles. They tried them on the right and back through the centre, and then they had them backpedaling with the last pass coming to Connor Wynn. Skip past the last man and scores his second try of the game. And what a crucial try that is in the context of this one. 15 minutes to go in this game. It's now Featherstone Rovers 12, Toulouse Olympique 4. What a time to get the try. We saw it at the end of the first half. The opposite way around. Featherstone went close and then conceded at the other end 60 seconds later. This time Toulouse going close at one end of the field. Brad Day salvaging possession for his side. A break from Connor Wynn down the left. Couple of tackles later, Connor Wynn strolls in the left corner once again. And Featherstone have the chance now to go 10 points clear inside the final quarter of this one. Reynolds, really difficult conversion once again. Right tight on this left touchline on that far side. Two from two so far in this one. Can he make it 3 from 3? Just to edge out the Featherstone lead a little bit more. Steps up here. And he's on target once again from the touchline, Ben Reynolds. The scoreline now. Featherstone Rovers 14, Toulouse Olympique 4. This game far from over. Make it probably about 16 minutes left. But Featherstone putting themselves in the box seat here. Able to turn defence into attack as Brockon goes for the short one. Looking for Marcon. It's taken well there by Beckett. Spins away from Marcon, eventually put on the ground 30 metres away from his line. Featherstone take over possession once again. Hardcastle. Good carry from Hardcastle up to the 40 now. Lockwood. He's put on the ground there on his back, 5 short of halfway. Akawala tangled up in the play of the ball there. Jones can't get away from Pelissier. Puts him to ground. Lockwood, good low tackle there underneath from Akawala. This will be the last one for Featherstone. They'll kick from 40 out. Patton goes high once again. Ashelbot gets up to claim that well, and he's immediately put to ground by Reynolds, and it's a penalty. Deemed to be offside there. Reynolds protests that he was not offside, with the referee disagreeing. Ruled that at least one Featherstone player was offside from that kick, and Toulouse get the chance to clear their line again here. The kick into touch. Toulouse start their set 5 metres into Featherstone's half. Rennie taps, gives it on to Brockon, hands it on to Marion, Marion to Shorrocks. They're going wide early here. Pelissier, quick pass out to Marcon, Marcon on the outside here, finds the pass inside, and he's lost the ball, Paul Marcon, on just the first tackle. He tried to find the offload, and Connor Wynn did enough to bring him to ground and force the error. And what was a half chance for Toulouse, they've turned the ball over immediately. And a penalty now going against Toulouse. They compound that error with a penalty. More frustration for Toulouse, delight for Featherstone, who now get a penalty and will look to go on the attack here as James Ford makes another change. Springer back into the game, James Lockwood to the bench. And Featherstone, with that kick to touch, will start their set now. 40 metres from the Toulouse line. You'd feel another try here might just seal the 2 points for Rovers. It's Nakabawai. It's put on the ground there by Pelissier. Patton hands it on to Arnold. Arnold, not a lot of space to work in there. Put on the deck by Belmas and Akawala. Addy. Untidy pass there, just picked up by Reynolds. Reynolds just taking them on himself. Defence just switched off for a split second there. 30 metres away from the line, Jones. They try and catch the markers out. There was a good tackle there from Akawala, who's knocked the ball free, and Toulouse have got the ball back here. And Jusson plays it. Ashelbot gives it out to Rennie. Starting to get to the point where Toulouse need to start throwing the ball around a little bit here as we approach the final 10 minutes in this one. Remains Featherstone 14, Toulouse 4. Good tackle there from Day, knocked Belmas off his feet. They come wide for Jusson again. Jusson straightening the attack. Door closed on him on the inside by Arnold. Pass comes firing back infield. 2 passes the back in the centre of the field. Marion gives it out to Brockon. Brockon out to Ashelbot. Ashelbot out to Rennie. Rennie fires the pass out wide for Ulberg. Ulberg cuts back infield. Great tackle from Reynolds. And it had to be as well. Try saver on him. Not for the first time this evening. Brockon fires the pass back into Marion. Marion to Belmas. Belmas just standing in traffic. He's tackled again by Springer and Nakabawai. This will be the last one. 10 metres out, bang in front of the post. It's now or never for Toulouse. Pelissier gives it to Akawala. Run around with Pelissier. Pelissier fires the pass out to Stefani. And Stefani has scored. But he's hurt himself in the act of doing so. It was a wraparound play, neat play, has to be said, by Pelissier and Akawala. And Pelissier fired the last pass out right into the line for Stefani to touch down. And Toulouse have given themselves a lifeline with about 9 minutes to go in this one. It's Featherstone Rovers 14, Toulouse Olympique 8.
Came against the run of play almost there, as we saw the impact that penalties and errors could have on a team, and Featherstone this time guilty of just turning the ball over cheaply. It was Akawala who forced the ball loose at the other end of the field. They made the break and some space down the right edge. Came back over this way. Akawala this time just turning the ball up for Pelissier to create the space, and Stefani came through at pace to take the pass as Shorrocks looks to add
the extra 2, which he duly obliges in doing so. We've got a 4-point game once again here at the Millennium Stadium. Featherstone Rovers 14, Toulouse Olympique 10. Game on once again here. A real test for Featherstone here. About 9 minutes of the game remaining. 4 points the lead once again.
We've just heard that there's 10 minutes to go, in fact.
So the clock about a minute, just over a minute fast. As the kickoff is taken, Belmas careers back into the Featherstone defence, and Arnold knocks him off his feet, puts him to ground 10 metres out. Rennie. It's Ulberg, I beg your pardon. He's put to ground 20 metres out. Pelissier fires the pass for Ashalbot. Ashalbot dragged to the ground there by Arnold. What a difference he's made in the middle of the field. And he's lost the ball. And he's knocked the ball on in the ruck there. And Jack Arnold forcing the error by just superior energy in defence. Harassing him to the ground. Ashalbot trying to get up quickly to play it. Loses it in doing so. And the pendulum of momentum perhaps swings back in Featherstone's favour once again here.
As they will have the scrum 30 metres away from the Toulouse line.
The crowd trying to get them home here. Scrum feed 1, Addy. Straight into the line. The Toulouse defence didn't come up to meet him. He's already almost up to the 10-metre line here, Danny Addy. Full set of tackles to come for Featherstone.
Nakabawai, who's been excellent, one of Featherstone's best so far in this game.
Plays it 10 metres out. Addy, flat pass there for Arnold. Wasn't quite the right option, but he did well to take it there, Jack Arnold. Featherstone burn a tackle. Just the right side of the post. Springer looking to bullock his way over to the line. Scored in a similar fashion against Bradford last week. This time goes down 5 short. Pass comes out to Addy. Addy, looping pass out there to Minikin. Fires the pass out to Wynn. Wynn couldn't take the ball in. A hat-trick was begging for him there, but the pass wasn't a kind one from Greg Minikin. And he never really had control of that one, Connor Wynn. He had a couple of goes at it, but it beat him over the touchline, and Featherstone miss a chance there to perhaps put the game to bed.
With about 7 minutes to go here. Featherstone 14, Toulouse 10.
Toulouse at the wrong end of the field. Featherstone looking to keep them down here as Marcon plays it 10 out. Pelissier, perhaps not a noted ball carrier, finds the offload for Brocon, gives it out to Stefani. Stefani knocked off his feet, unceremoniously dumped to the ground there in a good tackle from Gale. Ulberg to Pelissier. Pelissier giving away a lot of size and strength, just takes a brave carry forward, but he's smashed in the tackle of Beckett. Pass comes out, Brocon inside to Marion. Marion shaped to go inside, keeps hold of it himself. So difficult to put on the ground, Anthony Marion. Pelissier out of dummy half, looking to try and catch him offside. This will be the last one for Toulouse. Ashalbot gives it to Shorrocks, who kicks from halfway, end over end. Taken well there by Reynolds. Reynolds just comes back at full pace at the line. What a half of rugby Reynolds has put together at fullback. Minikin trying to get up to halfway here. Springer comes from the field. Lockwood back into the action for the final few minutes of this one. Still no sight of Harry Bowes in this game. As Hardcastle, big carry up, best part of 20 metres forward there, Josh Hardcastle. What a run. Featherstone 30 out now. Lockwood digs in, takes metres forward, James Lockwood. Up to the 20 now. Featherstone are closing in. Can they get the try to seal this 2 points here? Last tackle. Nakabawai's brought down 15 out. Options left and right. They come right. Patton wants it. Patton gets it. Kicks out wide, looking for Gale. Gale takes the kick, fires the pass inside. Hardcastle will score! And Josh Hardcastle is mobbed by his teammates as they get the try that will surely put this game to bed for Featherstone Rovers. The kick came out wide from Deck Patton. The aerial threat that is Gareth Gale. He took it out of the arms of his opposite number, Ulberg, and found the offload for Josh Hardcastle to crash in on the right edge there. And that will surely seal the win here for Featherstone Rovers. We've got 5 minutes to go. They're back out to a two-score lead once again. It's Featherstone Rovers 18, Toulouse Olympique 10. What a play that was from Gareth Gale. Just came through, got himself in between Ullwater and the ball, plucked it out of his arms, had the wherewithal and the awareness to find the offload for Hardcastle. The cover defence came across, but there was nothing they could do. Hardcastle gets the ball down for Featherstone's 3rd try of the game, and easily the most important one in the context of this game. Now puts Featherstone out to that crucial 2-score lead once again in the final minutes of this one at the Millennium Stadium. What a game this has been. Still not over yet as the referee blows time off. Perhaps 3 or 4 minutes left in this one. As Reynolds is not happy with the ball he's been provided there for the conversion. He's going to have to take another one here from just inside the touchline. They've all been fairly difficult from the tries here. But he's 3 from 3 so far this evening. Reynolds collects his thoughts, takes his time, steps up to the ball, and he's put it between the sticks once again. 4 from 4 from the boot from Josh Reynolds. Scoreline now, Featherstone Rovers 20, Toulouse Olympique 10. Ben Reynolds, I beg your pardon. Josh Reynolds, he's retired. Ben Reynolds, an excellent performance, and none better than the half-back turned full-back this evening. It's been a great team performance so far. But Toulouse go short with the kick-off, and it's taken well by Gaz Gale once again over here. Defensively this time, just got above the pack, pouched it safely for his side. As Beckett takes the first carry of this set. Pass comes out now to Arnold. What a difference he's made in off the bench. Just when they needed some energy in defence, come up with a couple of crucial plays that have won the momentum back for his side. Addy finds Miniken. Miniken through the middle. Miniken still going. Miniken and up and over the halfway line once again now, Featherstone. Lockwood. Lockwood up to the 30-metre line now on the last tackle. Patton will do the kicking. Patton puts it high. Gale again. This time he's got the ball. He's still going, Gareth Gale. He's holding the ball like a tennis ball, and they eventually get men around him. And he turns over possession just 5 metres away from the Toulouse line.
We'll be bringing you post-match reaction in the Barticard Legends Suite post-game.
As Toulouse looking to clear their line now through Ullwater. Ulberg, I beg your pardon, plays it 10 metres out. Rennie comes forward. Good tackle down low there by Lockwood. Still inside their own 20 here, Toulouse. Time now becoming a factor for them. 10 points adrift inside the final few minutes of this one. Chance perhaps has gone for them as Featherstone on the verge of securing a 4th straight win in the Betfred Championship. And we'll move level on points with Bradford Bulls in 4th place as the kick comes. A desperate one from Shorrocks, taken cleanly by Addy. And a little bit of push and shove in the ruck there as Ashel Bott won't let go of Addy. Eventually told to play the ball now. Wynne has been instrumental, 2 tries to his name this evening. A couple of crucial line breaks as the dump tackle comes in again there. And this time Wynne pushes Ashel Bott to the ground, and there's a little bit of push and shove now as players coming from everywhere. And I don't think it's a bit of a hot-tempered end to this game into what has been played in high spirits. There's not been a lot of niggle in this game really, but still men getting pushed around as Arnold throws a Toulouse man on the ground, and they all just come and separate. Some hot heads towards the end of this one. The referee's going to have a little bit to sort out here. The original penalty did go in Featherstone's favour for the tip tackle on Connor Wynne. And then Connor Wynne taking exception to it, threw the ball at Ollie Ashel Bott.
Knocked him to ground. As Ben Reynolds is announced as the man of the match.
A fantastic display in the second half from Reynolds, deputising at full-back, but the referee with a little bit to sort out here with the melee there that ensued. Ashel Bott is back on his feet. As I said, the original penalty did go in the favour of Featherstone. And after that, there were certainly no punches thrown, a lot of pushing and shoving as we often see in the modern game. What's the referee going to do here? It's an interesting one, as Wynne instigated that one potentially by throwing the ball at Ashel Bott, but the referee is going to go to his back pocket here, and Wynne is sin-binned at the end of this game. I believe there's about 1 minute to go in this game. Connor Wynne is sin-binned for his role in that one. Is the referee going to reverse the decision here, or is the penalty still going to stay with Featherstone? It's hard to know when these things happen in the modern game. And this time, both sides will finish the game with 12 men, as Ruben Rennie is also sin-binned for his role in the melee. And what an interesting final couple of minutes we've had here. Very dramatic. But the penalty will remain with Featherstone for the tip tackle. Both sides will finish the game with 12 men. But with a minute to go, it's safe to say that Featherstone are home now in this one. They lead by 20 points to 10. The Josh Hardcastle try 5 minutes from time, sealing the game for Featherstone. Their 4th win in a row, Toulouse's 3rd straight defeat. And with the clock running out, Reynolds is just going to opt to take the 2 here from 40 metres out. And this will likely be the final play of the game. It's 4 from 4 so far this evening, Ben Reynolds. Can he make it 5 from 5? 40 metres out, bang in front. Ben Reynolds puts the ball through the sticks once again. Flawless kicking performance from Ben Reynolds. Takes the scoreline now to Featherstone Rovers 22, Toulouse Olympique 10. The siren about to sound, I believe, at the Millennium Stadium. Featherstone are going to win this one. Toulouse, ball back on the tee, ready to get this game back underway. Can't be more than 1 or 2 plays left as Toulouse are offside from the kick-off. You don't often see that in a game of rugby league. As the siren sounds, this will be the last play of the game. Reynolds wants perhaps another conversion attempt as Patton just taps it, punches the ball over the grandstand on that far side, and that will bring an end to this round 21 clash. Featherstone Rovers coming out on top in a fantastic display from start to finish. They led by the slender 4-point advantage at half-time thanks to a try from Connor Wynne, with Ruben Rennie replying for the visitors. And then it was a tough second half. No holes barred, end-to-end stuff once again, but Featherstone getting the breakthrough with Connor Wynn's second try after just 15 minutes of the second half. Maxime Stefani hit back with 10 minutes to go to give the visitors hope, but then in the final 10 minutes belonged to Featherstone with a try to Josh Hardcastle and a Ben Reynolds penalty goal a minute from time as both sides were reduced to 12 men for a little bit of a scuffle in the final minute there. Is the final score of Featherstone Rovers 22, Toulouse Olympique 10, a well-deserved victory on home soil. As Featherstone are in really good form, 4 wins back-to-back now, they're going up the table, they move level on points with 4th place Bradford on the night. And plenty to build on in the remaining games of this season. Thank you very much for listening on FRTV. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend.